For over half a century, Kennedy Space Center has been the crown jewel of American spaceflight.
You could look
From
at
the first flight of experimental rockets, this NASA center remains a national landmark and global launch leader. Kennedy Space Center is part of the Cape Canaveral Spaceport, which also includes the adjacent Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. Launches from the facility first began
with stuff like this.
a modified C-2 rocket on July 24, 1950. 13 years later, the John F. Kennedy Space Center was created in honor of the late president and his quest to reach the moon.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
On July 16, 1969, the president's vision was realized as Apollo 11 lifted off from Launch Pad 39A and landed on the moon only 4 days later.
That's one small step for man, giant leap for mankind.
Today, Kennedy Space Center continues to be NASA's primary launch center, earning itself the rightful title of America's Spaceport. Whether sending robotic rovers to Mars or hauling modules to the International Space Station.
Alan Shepard Jr. was the first American to go into space, lifted off May 5th, 1961, in a Redstone rocket, just like the one coming up to our front right. That's actually a ballistic missile, never intended for manned flights, but the president wanted us to catch up to the Russians who were ahead of us at that time. This is what we had on hand, this is what we used, a Redstone rocket, which by the way is much smaller than the booster rockets used on the shuttle, much smaller than the new booster rockets that we're going to use on the SLS, the new moon rocket. That's the space launch system, by the way. Now, one place only, we ask you not to take pictures. That would be the checkpoint coming up dead ahead. Security does not like their picture taken. People will post their pictures on the internet. Big no-no. Henceforth, no more pictures at the checkpoint. Once you get past the guard shack, you can take all the pictures you want.